Today I'm going to be brutally ranking every single Marvel movie. I'm not going to be taking it easy on them. I'm going to be brutally honest what I think, if I like the movie, if I hate the movie. I'm sorry if I put one of your favourite movies in awful, but genuinely, if it's just my personal preference. I'm not going off any ratings or rankings. It's literally how I enjoy the movie, if I enjoyed the movie, if I was disappointed, or if I loved it. I may have a different opinion to you. If you do have a different opinion, please do leave it in the comments. Very interested to know what you think. To begin this list, we have Iron Man 1. Now, I'm going to be quick and easy with this one. I think it's a great movie. I do not think it's a masterpiece, but I do think for the fact that it came out in like 2008, I think it stands pretty well, and it's a movie I'd definitely go back to watch, and I genuinely enjoy the movie. I think it's great. I think it has some great action, great CGI for its time. The story was decent, and I enjoy the movie. It's a good movie. I don't think it's the best Marvel movie ever made, but for one of their first, it's pretty good. So the next we have is the Edward Norton Hulk. Now, I haven't watched this movie in a while, but I have watched it a few times, and I think it's a pretty good movie. Story's okay. CGI is absolutely insane. They've actually downgraded the CGI in my opinion. I think the Hulk in this looks way more realistic, but anyways, I think Hulk, I'm going to put it in okay. I think it's a good movie, but I don't think it is anywhere near some of the other ones coming up. So the next one we have on the list is Could Be Better, and yes, I did change this to Could Be Better just because I thought the previous title was a bit too harsh. Because I do think Iron Man 2 was a little bit of a letdown. Not a bad movie, but definitely not up to par of Iron Man 1. A little bit disappointing in some ways, some aspects. Still a good movie. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's a terrible movie. Could Be Better does not mean it's a terrible movie. It just means literally it could be better. Like, there's certain things, and yes, every movie technically could be better, but I just believe that like there's a few things I definitely would change. So the next movie we have is Thor 1, and honestly, I think this movie gets a little bit too much hate from some people. I don't think it's a terrible movie. I'm actually going to put it in okay. I'm going to put it before Hulk 1. I just prefer the Hulk movie. But I think Thor 1 is actually, like, it's pretty decent. It's not a terrible movie, and I wouldn't mind watching it once in a while, maybe once a year or something. If I was to rewatch all the Marvel movies in a marathon, I wouldn't mind watching Thor 1 every now and again. I think it's a decent movie. Okay, so the next one we have is the first Captain America movie. Now, when this first came out, I was very young, and I thought it was like the bee's knees. I thought it was like one of the best movies I ever watched. But I must say, over time, I disliked it, and now, funny enough, it's aged like fine wine for me. And I actually think I could move it to great, but I'm gonna wait till the very end to kind of maybe make a few different changes. But I'm gonna leave it in the top of okay. So the next one we have on the list is the first ever Avengers movie. I'm going to have to put this in probably top of great. Again, I could change this to masterpiece, but there is a few other ones that are definitely in masterpiece, and I want to keep that as defined as possible. Like, I don't want to just give away masterpieces like easily. I think it's a great movie. I think it's a fun movie. I think it's brilliant, but they've definitely added more in later movies that really brought this movie down, in my opinion. Like, it's still a great movie, and I absolutely love it. Like, it's like an 7.8 out of 10. Like, a brilliant movie, and I'd definitely rewatch it. The next is Iron Man 3. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, like, I love Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, Iron Man. Like, love Iron Man. It's probably my favorite character in Marvel. So doing this is really, really gonna hurt, but I'm gonna have to put Iron Man 3 in bad. I might change this. It could be better. I'm really thinking about it, but for now, I'm gonna put it in bad. Just because it's an Iron Man movie without barely any Iron Man until the last 10 minutes where he wears like 40 different suits. It's just felt a little bit boring and a little bit. They could have done so many more things, and also, not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed with the Mandarin, so it's going to be put in bad for me. I would have much preferred an actual Mandarin movie. The next one we have is the second Thor movie, and honestly, I think this could be the quickest one. I'm just putting it in bad. Did not enjoy it. Not fun. Not enjoyable. Very boring. Very bland. Very DC, in my opinion. Did not like it. Now, finally, Captain America Winter Soldier. Honestly, a masterpiece. Genuinely, I freaking love this movie. I've rewatched this so many times. I say every year I've watched it like 4 times. Genuinely, I freaking love this movie. I haven't watched this movie in a while. Go back and watch it. It is probably one of a kind in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like a proper like spy-esque espionage type movie. It's just freaking brilliant. The action is amazing. The story is so good. I absolutely loved it. The next one is Guardians of the Galaxy, and I can imagine a lot of people putting this like in masterpiece, but honestly, like I was never like the biggest Guardians of the Galaxy fan. I do enjoy them, and like they're very, very funny. So I'm gonna put it in great because I do think they are great movies, and there's like barely anything wrong with them. Like for what they are brilliant. They're not trying to be super serious or anything. Like they're doing their own thing. It's enjoyable. It's fun. It's a whole different aspect in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know what I mean? It's all like space and it's out of the world and stuff. Like so, it's very interesting, completely different, and I really enjoy it. And I think all the actors do really well. And I love Drax. I love Quill, Gamora, everyone. I just grew. You know, like I think they're all brilliant. So the next one is actually Avengers: Age of Ultron, and I'm gonna put it in okay. I think it's a good movie, but I don't think it is better than Avengers 1. I don't think it's better than Iron Man 1. I don't believe it's better than Guardians 1. I'm going to put it actually... I'm going to put it before Cap 1. Because I actually really like Cap 1. I might bring that up, to be honest, because I do really enjoy it. The next one's Ant-Man, and I think this is like a bog standard, like... Yeah, it's okay, like it's good. And I'm going to put this actually pretty high. About there, actually. Because I actually like Cap 1. I like Avengers. So I'm going to leave Ant-Man right behind Avengers Age of Ultron, just because there's way more going on in Age of Ultron. Like, it's probably unfair comparing them, but I think I'd rather watch these two movies over Ant-Man. But I do think Ant-Man has so much more over Hulk and Thor in just so many different aspects. Like, it is a lot more fun to watch and enjoyable to watch. So if you're in that mood for that type of movie, you're definitely gonna have more fun. So I'm just gonna go for that, I think. The next one is Captain America Civil War, and honestly, I'm probably gonna put it on top of great, nearly masterpiece. Like, genuinely, this is just an easy one for me. I think it's a fantastic movie. I absolutely loved it. I believed this was the stage where Marvel really knew what they were doing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I kind of wish they kind of stayed in this era. I believe this is just their bread and butter. Like, they just knew what to do, and they knew what the fans wanted. It was beautiful. I absolutely loved it. The story was amazing. I freaking love this movie. The next one's Doctor Strange, and honestly, like, I really enjoy Doctor Strange. I'm gonna probably put it like either the top of okay or even maybe at the back of like great, because honestly, like, that's a pretty good movie. It's pretty underrated, to be honest, in my opinion. Like, the next one is, I think this is Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which again I really enjoyed, and I think it deserves great. Like, I genuinely enjoy those movies. I think they're brilliant. The next one we have is Spider-Man, and I'm gonna probably put this. Yeah, I love the Spider-Man movies. I think Tom Holland is great. Again, I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think it's a great Spider-Man movie, probably one of the better ones, but I do not think it's a masterpiece. I already know that a lot of people are going to be very upset with that, but this is just my opinion. I can understand why it could be a masterpiece for a lot of people. I freaking love the movie. It's like a 8.5 out of 10. Like, great is great. But just my opinion, I think great is a fair result. I definitely enjoy Civil War more as a movie. But yeah. So the next one is Thor Ragnarok, and genuinely this movie just blew me away. Easy masterpiece. Absolutely fantastic movie. Absolutely loved it. It's genuinely like probably like a 9.9 out of 10 in my opinion. Like, I freaking love that movie. The next movie is Black Panther, and this is a gem of a freaking movie. Brilliant movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a great movie. I'm probably going to put it here. Like, genuinely, I think Black Panther is really, really good. Like, I genuinely love Black Panther. I think it's a fantastic movie. They did it so well. Like, Black Panther isn't like the biggest superhero or anything, but genuinely, like, I just remember everyone going to see that movie and just being like, this is amazing. And I really enjoy that movie. Like, I've rewatched it. I love Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, as the Black Panther. I love oh my god, what's his name, who was also in Creed, Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. He was fantastic. Yeah, it was just a brilliant movie. Like, genuinely, like, really good. Again, like an early 9 out of 10 in my opinion. So the next one is Avengers Infinity War, and honestly, I did not like it. I thought it was absolutely awful. I was really disappointed. I'm joking. Stop it disliking the video. Like the video. Stop disliking it, right? It's a joke. It's a masterpiece. I freaking love the movie. It's absolutely amazing. This is like the pinnacle, the ending of Marvel nearly. You know what I mean? Like, in a beautiful way, as like a send-off. Or at least I thought it was going to be. But yeah, genuinely, I loved this movie. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. The next one's Captain Marvel. It had Samuel L. Jackson. I do think it's fair to say it could be better. It's not all that. There's some very funny moments. I actually don't mind the actress at all. I think she's Brie Larson, sorry. Great actress and everything, but I just feel like the story's a little bit disappointing. And I also feel like one of the reasons why it's a little bit of a letdown is because they released it straight after Infinity War, which in my opinion is the stupidest thing they could have ever done. If this was released 2 years prior, I think people's reception of the movie would have been a lot higher. But it coming out directly after Infinity War, people after watching Infinity War are blown away, and they're expecting that same passion and love from the directors and everything into Captain Marvel. Like, it's just not possible. Like, Infinity War had so much hype, probably a way bigger budget. So I honestly think could be better. It's a bit unfair. I'm actually going to change my ranking on Captain Marvel. I think it's gonna have to go above Ant-Man 1. No, after Hulk. Yeah, I think that's more fair. Endgame, easy. Like, these two are just the same movie in my opinion. Like, it's just a continuation, so I don't really have to say anything else, but it's fantastic. Like, there's not much else I can say about it. It's literally Endgame, one of the best movies ever made. Like, genuinely, I freaking love this movie. It was amazing, and I absolutely loved it. So the next one we have is Spider-Man, the second Spider-Man movie from Tom Holland, and I really enjoyed it. That was a great movie, really really fun. I've watched it a few times. I really enjoyed it. I don't think it was better than the first one. So that's why I'm gonna put it. I think like here, or maybe here. No. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. Like, there's some parts of me are saying I should bring Iron Man 1 up, and there's some parts of me saying that, like, Guardians of the Galaxy should be higher, but I feel like this is just, like, yeah. I'm going off my gut. So the next one is Black Widow. For Scarlett Johansson alone, this movie is an absolute banger, but we're actually going by film. I also really enjoyed this movie. I think it's probably, I think fair to say it's probably at the top of okay. All right, there we go. I genuinely think it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I give it like a 7.5. Like, it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. What, Lawrence Pugh, is that her name? Yeah, no, she was fantastic in it. Like, everyone's fantastic in it. I do think it could have been a little bit better, but at the same time, I do think it's a lot better than Iron Man 2. I do think do I think it was better than Doctor Strange? Okay, I'm actually going to bring it down a tiny bit. Okay, so I'm going to leave it before Age of Ultron. I think that's very fair. Okay, there we go. So the next one is Shang-Chi, and I genuinely enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it was like top tier Marvel movie or anything, but I really enjoyed it. I'm actually going to put it in top of okay, which okay is probably a little bit unfair. Maybe I should change this to like nearly great. So I've changed this to nearly great just because I believe that, like, yes, Shang-Chi was a great movie, but there's just a few things, just a few little things I did not like or I found a little bit repetitive and boring. But at the end of the day, like, it's still a great movie, and I would definitely rewatch it. Like, I definitely recommend to anyone who didn't see it, to watch it. It's a fun movie, but a little bit forgettable. There's a lot of things I forgot about it, and that's never really a good thing when it comes to movies. Usually you would want to be able to say, like, oh, my favorite scene is this, but I really couldn't tell you my favorite scene of Shang-Chi. I've never rewatched it either. Maybe if I rewatch it, I'll actually put it higher, but this is just my honest God opinion off the top of my head. The next one is Eternals, and honestly, I think it's the worst movie I've ever watched my entire life. I genuinely despise this movie, and if you think otherwise, fight me in the comments. The next one is Spider-Man, the newest one, Far No Way Home. Yeah, I genuinely think this movie is a masterpiece, but I'm just really don't know where to put it. I'm gonna put it. Oh, the only thing about this movie, it's just a hell of a lot of fan service. Whereas this movie came out of nowhere and blew me away. Do you know what I mean? Like, Ragnarok came out of nowhere and it was just incredible. This movie came out of nowhere and was incredible. Whereas, like, these movies have a lot of fan service, have a lot of, like, but they were also incredible, like, in their own right. Same with this movie, had a lot of fan service, but it was great in its own right. So I'm gonna put these movies higher just as my personal favorites, because I genuinely think these are the ones that just came out of nowhere and everyone's blown away. Like, when Captain America 1 came out, everyone's like, it's okay. Captain America, yeah, this is actually Captain America 2, sorry. Everyone's just like, what the hell? Like, this is actually great. Like, we actually like Captain America now. Same with like Thor. Thor 1 was not good. Thor 2, like Thor 1 was okay. Thor 2 came out, this is a bit shit. And then they come out with Thor Ragnarok, and everyone's like, what the hell? This is like literally a 10 out of 10 movie, like fantastic. And I just feel like it deserves to be a masterpiece. I think it's a great movie. The next one is the newest Doctor Strange. And I didn't hate it. It got a lot of hate. I did not hate it. But I think I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put that there. Because I actually, no. There. No. I can't decide. Okay. The next one is Thor Love and Thunder. Guys, I was so excited for this movie after Thor Ragnarok, and I was really disappointed. So I'm actually going to put it like here, because those laughing goats wanted me to leave the cinema, and I've never wanted to leave the cinema ever before. But genuinely, I was this close to leaving the cinema when those goats kept on laughing, or whatever they do. So yeah, when they said bang or whatever, I just couldn't stand this movie. I thought it was absolutely terrible. Like genuinely, like it was really, really disappointing. The sad thing is, like, I love Thor as a character. Like, I think it could have been a lot better, but sadly, they missed. They did not get it. The next one is Wakanda Forever. I guess you can call this the Black Panther sequel. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty good. I think it probably deserves to be in great. Like, I really enjoyed this movie. And this was a time where Marvel was getting a lot of misses. So in my opinion, like, this was a great, great movie. And I definitely think it's better than Shang-Chi. I think I had to bring Captain America up because I think that's unfair. Yeah, I think that's a fair list right now because I'm going off like more personal, and like that's why I'm changing a few every now and again because I'm looking at them like that looks wrong. So yeah, I think Captain America is great. Like I do enjoy it personally. I understand it's not for everyone, but personally, I just think like for how old it is, it is aged like fine wine in my opinion. Like I genuinely enjoy this movie. Like I've watched it a few times. Quantum Mania was it was mania, right? I'm not gonna put it in awful. I'm just gonna put it in bad. I just think it was it was just it was nothing impressive. CGI was probably one of the worst CGIs in a Marvel movie, and it's like a really recent Marvel movie, which is just crazy. So the next one is the newest Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and I think this movie is outstanding. Like, it's a great, great movie. Though I hate giving away masterpieces because of hype and love. So, in my opinion, this is a great, great movie. So the next one is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And I love this movie. I thought it was a great movie, very emotional, very different. Genuinely enjoyed it. Such a good movie. Hence why I'm going to put it probably in great. I might change it in a minute, but I'd say I'm going to put this, I think, ooh, this is hard. I think that's fair. I think that's very fair. Because I just love Civil War. But, like, I feel like I don't want to put more than 5 in the masterpiece. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like masterpiece should be, like, when you genuinely know it's a masterpiece. And Guardians of the Galaxy is very, very close. But my enjoyment and love for Civil War beats Guardians of the Galaxy. Because I'm not the biggest Guardians of the Galaxy fan, hence why it's not up there. I understand if you're like a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan, you're probably like, what? This must be a masterpiece. But in my opinion, it's not there for me personally. The next one is the newest Captain Marvel, and I'm just going to put it in bad. I honestly think Thor, okay, you know what? No, the Eternals has to be the worst. The Marvels, I just thought it was bad. I didn't enjoy it. It could not even close to be could be better. It's literally just like it was just bad. Okay, a lot of people are going to be very upset with me with this, but honestly, Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, not gonna lie, I saw this and I was extremely hyped. But I was also like very cautious at the same time because I was like, what if they actually do miss? What if it's actually not that good? And honestly, for some reason, I don't know why, but on the day I saw this, I was a little bit disappointed. I didn't think it was terrible, but for the hype that it got me a little bit. I thought it could be a lot better than I should have thought it could have been. Do you know what I mean? Like I knew it could have been a miss in my head. I was like, this could be a miss, but I also said this could be like the best Marvel movie ever. So I had like 2 different expectations, and it landed like directly like close to the middle. Hence why I'm gonna put it in great. But I need to watch it again. I really do. I've only ever watched it once. yeah, I already know I'm gonna get dislikes for this, but I'm gonna be truthful. I'm gonna be honest. Um, yeah, I like. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it is such a good movie, but there's just like certain things I found a little bit repetitive. Certain the ways they answer things just got me a little bit disappointed. At the same time, it's so good, but it was just a lot of fan service again, which just felt a little bit repetitive at this point because they've done it so much lately. Um, so yeah, great movie. I did enjoy it, but sadly, in my opinion, I'm not putting great. And I know a lot of people are gonna be upset that it's not a masterpiece, but it's at the top of great. I do think it's better than. Oh my god, do I really think it's better than Civil War? Am I just doing that for the video? I'm thinking in my head. Ooh. Okay, I'm putting these. These are simultaneously at the top of great. Okay, that's how I'm ranking it. They're simultaneously both at great. Okay, so now we're doing the TV shows, and this is literally be like a lightning round. So yeah, Loki is, and this is, by the way, this is not connected to movies, so this is just like its own thing. What If is great. I really enjoy the What If series. Well, Hawkeye's next, and that has Haley Steinfeld, so that's going to great. Moon Knight, I really enjoyed. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was great, honestly. The next one is, I can't even remember the name of it. But yeah, very, very disappointing. Like, bad, in my opinion. Pudding could be better. I didn't finish the TV show, so I don't know if it's really fair for me to really give it a review, but I'm gonna put it could be better. It's just not for me, in my opinion. She-Hulk. Oh my god, what can I say for She-Hulk? It's awful. Did not like it. Not enjoy it. WandaVision. I found it a little bit strange, but I do think it's like nearly great. Like I do think it's absolutely great. By the way, guys, I'm not saying Thor is better than WandaVision. This is its own list. At Agent Carter, I think I watched the first season. I did enjoy it, so I'm gonna put in. I'll put in nearly great. Loki season 2 again, masterpiece. What If season 2 was also really good. I really enjoyed it. So the next one is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I enjoyed it, but nearly great. A top of nearly great, like really close to great, like super super close. Guys, if you want me to do any more rankings on literally anything, leave it in the comments below. Leave a like on this video if you did enjoy, you made it all the way. Comment I like cookies so I know you watched the full video. Subscribe if you are new, if you want more tier lists. I have done a tier list in every single Call of Duty ever released, so if you're interested in that type of content, maybe give that a shot. The last video on this banged, got like 500 views, so we'll see how this one does. Maybe we can do another. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.